Good evening, welcome to the program. Let me set up the screen. Once again, warm welcome. Good evening. Thanks for joining in this session. Today we are going to see on the topic 3PL, 4PL. Hope you are able to see me, hear my voice. Please comment LinkedIn participant if you are able to see me, hear my voice, and see the screen. You can type in the LinkedIn comment. So here we are going to see different aspects of 3PL. This is nothing but third party logistic or fourth party logistic. Why do we need them, and what is the importance, how they are going to contribute to the improvement in supply chain performance? We will see in this session, brief introductory session. Of course, there are many benefits by using the outside people for particularly your logistic services. Maybe they are specialized in certain nature, but you may see that there are different organization using different name, but a very thin border is there between these organization. And it has also become fancy to call 3PL, 4PL, and even nowadays they also call them as 5PL. Also many organization they call themselves total supply chain solution provider. But let us see what is our organization requirement, why we need to outsource these services, in what way they can improve our performance. It all depends upon your own requirement and the market expectations. Before we dig into the program, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Pattabhiraman. This is my LinkedIn profile. Hope many of you are connected or following. If not, you are always welcome to connect or follow with me. As far as my background is concerned, I am an engineer with PG degree in management as well as data science. I have been working in this large global organization for nearly 25 years, predominantly in supply chain functions. So, in my career, I have been handling various subdomains in the supply chain, and 3PL was part of my growth story, and I have been handling for the last 25 30 years. Coming to the last 10 years of my professional work, I have been heading the supply chain in this organization. And currently I am heading the organization known as Thoughtware Training Private Limited. Coming to the certification, hope you should be aware if you are a supply chain professional, and possibly if you are in the job market, you should be knowing this, because these are globally recognized certification from APIX or ASCM. And for people in logistic or warehousing, the most related certification could be CLTD, certified in logistic transportation and distribution. Especially if you are trying to enter any corporate logistic type of a job, you may require this certification. Apart from this, I have a similar certification from an organization called Demand Driven Institute. They provide similar globally recognized certifications. I am also a certified purchasing manager and project management professional, apart from qualified in business analytics. Coming to our organization, we are based in Bangalore, and a 4 year old organization. We provide both consulting and training in the field of supply chain, logistic, purchasing, and analytics related to this domain. we operate under expert SEM title. Okay, now coming to 3PL and 4PL, anyone is aware about what is the difference between 3PL and 4PL? Those who are participating, we will come to LLP. Saqib Ahmad was asking question, what is LLP? As we progress, we will see what is the LLP. Now, what is the basic difference between 3PL and 4PL? How do you distinguish them? There are a lot of LinkedIn live participant. Can you type in the LinkedIn comment? What do you understand by 3PL and 4PL? What is the difference between them? Is it significant? Of course, in the market, you will see people use them interchangeably. Maybe a 3PL may also call as 4PL, or 4PL vice versa, you may call 3PL. But what is the real significant difference between them? You can always type in the LinkedIn comment. I am able to see it and respond to it. What is your understanding? Or on the other hand, what is that they are able to provide better than the 3PL? Okay, there is an answer from Sumit Singhal. The main difference is the number of participants or stakeholders to move the product. Okay, so he says number of participant will be different from 3 to 4, but I'm not sure whether it is directly answering the question. Anyone else? Can you type the main difference between 3PL and 4PL? It is not exactly the number of participant determines whether they are third party or fourth party logistics. So I am waiting for the answer. Anyone who know the real difference between 3PL and 4PL, you are welcome to type in the LinkedIn comments. I can intern idea asset based and non asset based organization. Which one is called asset based organization? Is it 3PL or 4PL? Asset based, non asset based organization. Those who know, you can always type in the LinkedIn comments. It doesn't matter if you doesn't know, you can also respond saying you're not aware or not clear, so that I can respond and proceed. Okay, there is an answer from Saqib. A 3PL provider manages all aspects of fulfillment from warehousing to shipper. A 4PL manages a 3PL on behalf of the customer and other aspects of supply chain. Yes, Saqib, we are coming close to the answer, but we will proceed based on further progress. We will also talk. Okay, Rabinder is saying 3PL is asset based and 4PL is non asset based. That's a correct answer. In fact, that is one of the main distinguisher between 3PL and 4PL. And as far as the service is concerned, you may see that 3PL nowadays are able to provide any service required for you. So you can see they are a provider of outsourced logistics services, which encompasses anything that involves management of way the resources are moved from one location to other location. So this is how it has been defined earlier, but now you can see a better version. These firms facilitate the movement of parts and material from supplier to manufacturer, and finished product from manufacturer to distributor and retailers. Among the service which they provide are transportation, warehousing, cross docking, inventory management, packaging, and freight forwarding. So you may see that the entire gamut of activity is performed by this kind of outsourced organization. You can see entire end-to-end supply chain management is also defined under 3PL. Okay. Possibly when you come to 4PL, 4PL is a non-asset based organization. Maybe they may employ several 3PL to execute the order. Possibly they have an expert in designing as well as planning. For example, if you take network mapping, design and managing, possibly 4PL can do, but not 3PL. So there is a very tiny difference between these two, and now most of the organization, they do all of this activity interchangeably. Okay, when you come to the characteristic of different 3PL, okay, initially it was thought that they were only able to do basic logistic service, that is transportation activities. But now you see they are involved in most of the activity. And the leverage 3PL use assets of other firms. Even 3PL, though they are asset based, not that 100% of the asset they own. Possibly they are also going to leverage from other parties, so that they will be in a position to provide maximum asset utilization. You can see several example in different countries, they may be different, but if you take India, there are Mahindra Logistic or TVS Logistic. Like this, we have a lot of organized third party providers, but there are a lot of unorganized small vendors. Either they may provide only transportation or manpower type of a service. Okay, coming to the characteristic or different types of logistic services, one could be basic warehouse distribution based third party logistic service. Here you can expect they will provide service both for warehousing as well as transportation. I think many of the organization may be using this type of a facility, where the 3PL owned the warehouses as well as material handling equipment along with the transportation vehicle. This is the basic form of 3PLs. Coming to forwarder based third party logistic, especially if your organization is in international trade, where you are involved in import, export, custom related activity, then a role of CFA. They are also a third party logistic provider. They come into play. They arrange for picking the item, packing for international transportation, arranging booking of this item in either aircraft or sea transit. Also, they have a knowledge on custom clearance and formalities, and they know about incoterms and various things. Okay, especially this forwarder type of third party logistic is being used for international trading. You can see a lot of example. For example, Kunen Nogel or CH Robinson. Most of these people fall under this category. Possibly they are also shippers. They have their own transportation. They provide the containers required. Okay. Coming next, shipper management based third party logistic. Here, possibly they are focusing on end-to-end supply chain management, both handling incoming as well as outgoing material. You can also call inbound and outbound logistics, and they may also involve in freight payment, billing, accounting, right up things. Okay, so they are some organization we who provide end-to-end management. You can see the examples here. Possibly in India also, you have a lot of such people who provide end-to-end management. There are also financial based third parties logistic services, but in India we are not using much. Of course, if any one of you know that there are financial based 3PL available in India, you can always welcome to comment in LinkedIn. Okay, what they do is they provide freight payment, auditing, cost accounting, control, tools for monitoring, booking, tracking, tracing, and managing inventory. So they may provide additional aspect of the logistic management in terms of financial management. So these are some specialized category. Of course, I have not come across this type of financial type of 3PL. If anyone is ever, you are always welcome to type in the LinkedIn comment. You can take an example of these are US based organization who provide financial based 3PL and information based 3PL. Possibly this organization use this automated software, for example, like WMS, TMS, or YMS related activities. And also they have a intelligent tool, possibly using data analytics tool. By using big data, they may be able to provide added value added service. Based on that, they may be even able to prescribe what you need to do to improve the supply chain performance. Okay, you can see the examples of such organization who will be able to provide with a more focus on IT tools management. Coming to 3PL, as we have seen, they are currently having a knowledge from end to end management of the operations. Yeah, meanwhile, the people who are watching, you can always type in your doubts, clarification. We also have these videos saved in our YouTube channel. All the previous videos are available. More than 50 videos are available. A link is available in one of the comments. You can just check into that link. You can subscribe so that you can see all previous live videos is being saved there. You can see the message from Yuvraj in the comment section. Okay, so initially, 3PL was used for a different purpose, specifically when organizations started moving to multimodal. Okay, so originally there was only a shipper and a organization which is moving the item, but subsequently there was a third party, for example, using a rail transport in addition to regular transport. There was a third party introduced into the contract between the two people, that is the shipper as well as the organization which is moving the consignment. Okay, that's how 3PL is born. But you may see now they are capable of doing most of the activities. Possibly some of the 3PL have the technological power, they may be able to perform in a better way and also at a reduced cost. Now, most of the organization, the logistic plays a very key role in improving the customer service level. And the power has shifted now from basic manufacturing to retailer. And retailer means it's more of involved in logistic and transportation. This is because most of the customer, they have changed their expectation. They want anything to happen in a shorter period of a time. So most of the e-commerce platforms, they are focusing on retailing, distribution, and transportation related activities. Okay, coming to 4PL, here we have seen that they are at a higher level, managing several service providers, including 3PL, and they may have additional thing in terms of managing the overall show. There is a but very thin margin between 3PL and 4PL. It may be possible for a major third party logistic provider to form a 4PL and within the existing structure. That's where I say the margin is very thin. In fact, 4PL is also referred as LLP. LLP is nothing but lead logistic provider. So it's a additional name for 4PL. Okay, so there is no big difference between 4PL and LLP. I think this was one of the questions raised by Sakib Ahmad. So the LLP and 4PL are same. They are able to manage several service provider, and they are in a position to provide total service to the customer, and they are non asset based organization. Possibly they are also available to provide support for any international trade happening. Okay, what about PLs? PLs means it should start with 1 PL, 2 PL, 3 PL, 4 PL. So when you take first party logistic, it is within their own organization. They are capable of managing their own transportation or movement of material. So initially, when we call first party logistic, it is a logistic arrangement within the organization. And when you call second party logistic, it was mainly movement of goods from one item to other item. When we moved to the second party logistic, it was only a transportation aspect was considered that time. But now you know 3PL, 4PL, all that. And coming to 5PL, what is that additionally 5PL is able to provide? Anyone know about that? Currently 5PL are in the market. What is the additional capability they are able to bring in? Anyone who is aware, you can always type in the comment. Currently in the market, 5PLs are emerging, and possibly in the future we may be using 5PL instead of 4PL. Do anyone of you aware about 5PL? What extra additional activity they are able to do? You can always type in the LinkedIn comment so that I can respond to you. What is the additional activity carried out by 5PL in addition to 4PL? Can any of the participant type in the LinkedIn comment if you know the answer? 5PL have promised to integrate e-commerce platform with your normal operation up to 4PL. So you can see the final statement. 5PL define themselves as broadening the scope to further e-business. So possibly, now e-commerce platform, they may call themselves as a 5PL, okay, or someone else who is can provide integrated service of e-commerce along with your regular logistic service. Then it becomes 5PL, and that is one area which is emerging, and maybe possible in the future. This different PLs are represented in a simple diagram like this. You can see starting from 1PL how it has evolved, and on the left side you can see various actors involved like cargo owner, carrier, logistic service provider, and lead logistic provider and consultant. Of course 5PL is not shown here. It means they are able to provide e-commerce capability to 4PL, then become 5PL. And you can see the services on the right side. Okay, 1PL has started in manufacturing, second one with the transportation, third one party including many of the logistic services, whereas 4PL it may be termed as supply chain management. But I feel supply chain management also includes some more additional activity, like demand forecasting or inventory management. But it's not a big deal. Okay, many organizations, they call themselves as supply chain solution providers. Maybe you are aware, many software companies, they are into making software which is helping logistic industry in terms of transportation or warehousing management. So they may fall under 4PL, and if it is integrated with e-commerce, it may become 5PL. Okay, possibly I feel these are all fancy title. For us, we should see from our organizational perspective what is our core competency, and what outsiders are able to do much better than ourselves. Then you need to outsource. Okay, if you see many of the manufacturing organization, they are not expert in logistics, so they need to depend upon outside provider to provide this service. On the other hand, if you take a e-commerce platform, they have to be expert in logistics and they cannot outsource. But unfortunately, you may see in Indian condition, many of the e-commerce companies also outsource most of their activities. Okay, so, concluding this small introductory session, I feel this was helpful to you in terms of familiarizing some of the terms. Hope you have liked this type of a program. You are always welcome to comment or like whenever you see this kind of a program. You can reach us through the WhatsApp number provided, or you can visit our site if you need any doubts or clarification. Now, from the participant, do you have any doubt or clarification? You can always type in the LinkedIn comment so that I can comment. We provide various levels of training covering the total supply chain management. One of our leading program is supply chain analytics. We are trying to combine analytical skill to the core supply chain domain. It is not only for supply chain. I am talking about even logistic is included, where you can use this analytical capability to improve the performance of your job as well as your organization job. Okay, and in fact, this particular today's topic is available as a 2 hour program, a self paced program. If any one of you are interested, you can visit our site to know more detail, or you can reach out to our executive to know about this program. The title is same title, 3PL, 4PL, LLP. There we are discussing more for 2 hours additional information, and how to implement a 3PL, what are the factors to choose a particular 3PL. All these details are available. Okay, so any doubts, clarification? Do you like the program? Thanks for watching. Have a nice evening. We'll see you in the next session. Bye.